BigBarrBaby, man, let's go. Who remember back in the day when Cash Money used to have UNLV and a basketball UNLV was like tycoons, like they was taking over. They was like the Fab Five before the Fab Five. And Juvenile used to be like, I'm gonna do like Yella Boy and hop on Natty Bow or skim off 17, nigga, I'm a shower. Magnolia, home of the soldiers. Well, now they talking about how Yellow Boy got unalive. So let's see what they're talking about. With no further to do.
When Yella Boy got killed, man, it messed the city up. Because like I say, they was the outlaws of New Orleans. You feel me?
Remember Yella Boy? If you don't, you're about to get schooled on one of the wildest stories in hip hop history. This New Orleans rapper was blowing up back in the day with UNLV, but his rise to the top got cut short in the most tragic way possible. We're talking about shootings, beef with Cash Money. Guessed it, Birdman's name is all up in this mess.
Oh, we know that.
Saying Birdman have had something to do with Yella Boy's tragic end.
We believe that.
Is it just street talk? We're about to break it all down for you. Yella Boy, born Albert Thomas in 1975, this dude grew up in the rough streets of New Orleans. From day one, he was surrounded by the city's rich music scene, and you better believe it left its mark on him. In the early 90s, Yella Boy teamed up with two other rappers to form UNLV. Now, for those who don't know, that stands for Uptown Ninjas Living Violent. The other members were Lil Ya, real name Yafet Jones, and Reginald Manuel, aka Tech Nine. These guys weren't playing around. They brought the real, raw street life to their music. UNLV's sound was something else. They mixed the bouncy beats of New Orleans with hardcore gangster rap lyrics. It was like nothing else out there, and people noticed. Their music painted a picture of life in the hood that was so real, you could almost touch it. Now, here's where things get interesting. UNLV caught the eye of two brothers who were just starting to make waves in the music biz. Brian Birdman Williams and his brother Ronald Slim Williams. These guys had just started Cash Money Records. They saw something special in UNLV. Birdman and Slim signed UNLV as one of their first acts. It was a big deal, y'all. This move helped put Cash Money on the map and kicked off their rise to the top of the Southern rap game. They dropped their first album, Sixth and Baronne, in 1993. It was named after a famous corner in New Orleans, keeping it real to their roots. The album blew up locally, turning heads all over the city. It didn't make it big outside of New Orleans, but in the city. Over the next few years, UNLV kept the hits coming. They dropped Straight Out the Gutter in 94 and Mac Melf Callio in 95. These albums stuck to what made UNLV great, hard-hitting lyrics about street life, all set to those bouncy New Orleans beats that got everyone moving. UNLV Yella Boy was the standout. This dude had a way with words and a style all his own. He could spit rhymes that would make your head spin, and he had this energy on the mic that was straight fired. Fans couldn't get enough of him. Picture this, Yella Boy rolling up in his red trooper, mouth full of gold, ready to lay down some tracks. That was the image of a star in the making, and everyone in New Orleans knew it. His aggressive style and the way he could paint a picture with his words made him a force to be reckoned with in the rap game.
Damn, man. And Yella Boy, to be honest, like he was the fans' favorite. His melodies, how he delivered, his charisma, like everything about swag, you know what I'm saying? With the mouth full of goals, he pulling up in the red trooper, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just was, it messed the city up, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think with all this success, everything would be smooth sailing, right? Wrong. As UNLV got bigger, problems started brewing behind the scenes. And let me tell you, these weren't just little disagreements. We're talking serious people. The main issue, money, of course.
It's always money or woman behind the root of all wars. Money or a woman. And it never happened when you blow up. When you broke, nobody bothers you. You ever notice nobody bothers the homeless man on the corner? But as soon as that homeless man makes it to the high rise in the condo, now everybody wants to bother him. This is just ridiculous. And it's always them yellow boys that always get the high accolades. Because people think them yellow boys soft. So them yellow boys got something to prove. So I'm sure he was one of them yellow boys that had something to prove too.
Yella Boy and the rest of UNLV started feeling like they weren't getting their fair share of the cash their music was bringing in. They were blowing up, but their bank accounts weren't showing it. This led to some heated arguments with Birdman and the Cash Money crew.
We actually asked, once they got the deal, we asked Baby and Slim for, X amount of money, you know what I'm saying? Once they got the deal, they were like, nah, we can't give y'all that right now, you know what I'm saying? And we actually wanted to start our own league, and it was like, nah, we can't give y'all that. We was like, all right, we want out there, you know what I mean? And I mean,
So Birdman been screwing people over way before Rich Homie Quan, way before Lil Wayne, way before BG, who's still with him, way before Juvenile, way before Manny Fresh. Shit, Birdman been screwing people over way before Screws been screwing kitchen cabinets for Home Depot. Boy, I see how he got his name. Boy. That boy is lawless.
he didn't try to hold us up or nothing like that. He didn't try to keep us locked in or nothing. He, respected our mind and let us go, you know what I mean?
Well, there was a rumor that there were some unpaid royalties.
Yeah, we didn't find out that until once we had got open. That's when, we went to discovering like, damn, everything we had this and had that name, nothing was in our name. So that's when the attorneys came and pleased that.
But it wasn't just about the money. As Cash Money started signing more acts, like the Hot Boys, UNLV felt like they were being pushed aside. They'd helped build Cash Money from the ground up, and now they were watching new artists get all the attention. You can bet that didn't sit well with Yella Boy and his crew.
We high, we blowing up, we want a nationwide deal. We tired of this local stuff. And Baby like, man, you gotta be patient. See, Baby looking at it, Baby had money from the streets. So he good. Y'all, coming from the hood selling crack. So it's like, man, listen, we got some hot song. It's time to get us a big deal. So they arguing about that. They had to fight. And Slim tried to step in and break him up. Tech now, he's on now. Stole off on Slim. I was so happy about that. I was so mad about that. I wasn't looking for Tech now. Man, Tech cool now. We talk, right? See, baby, I was very real. Because one thing, you don't put your hand on Slim. Birdman, y'all is whatever. Y'all, he can handle his own self. Slim, you crossed through the body.
Now we're getting to the juicy part. Rumors started flying about a crazy fight between Yella Boy and Birdman. Word on the street was that Yella Boy straight up pistol whipped Birdman during an argument about money. That's some serious stuff right there, but it didn't stop there. Saying Yella Boy took it even further and shot up Birdman's truck. Now we can't say for sure if all this really went down, but these stories were everywhere in New Orleans. True or not, they sure as hell made things tense between UNLV and Cash Money.
It was a rumor that Yellow went shot the house up. I didn't see that. I don't believe that. That's what they running with. People saying believe that happened. Yellow started riding around with that pump shotgun though.
While all this drama was going down with Birdman, there was also beef. It's on the block, the Hot Boys. The Hot Boys were Cash Money's new golden boys. The UNLV wasn't feeling it. There's this wild story about Yella Boy showing up at Turk's high school looking for Turk, who later became part of the Hot Boys, was so scared of Yella Boy's reputation that he hid in the hallway until Yella left. That's how intense things had gotten. Rappers were literally Yella Boy.
The other boy got killed, man. I was young, bro. Like, I ain't lying, man.
Talk about you hiding from
I
him.
used to brown Cash Money, you know what I'm saying? And whatever they was going through at the time, it was like we the new up and coming group, they UNLV, I remember one story, man. Yella Boy pulled up. I was going to high school. I was catching the bus. I ain't have a car, nothing. So they were like, man, Yella Boy out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, dang. All the while I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, they mad because, you know what I'm saying, we the next up and coming group, and you know what I'm saying?
No, he was trying to tell you,
So
don't
Yella
get
Boy out there, I'm hiding in the
effed over
hallway, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm
like they
young
did. He
though,
was trying to put you on
So bam,
game.
I'm like, go out with a guy that heard so much stories about him, like he thugging, he gangster, this and that, right? You know what I'm saying? So bam, I didn't come out, man. I came out after he left, and it was crazy, man, because you know what I'm saying, like just being a fan of them to becoming like, I don't know if they thought that we was trying to take their shine or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It could have been that, I don't know, but it never was our intentions to be the next UNLV, man, because we all looked up to you.
Things had reached a boiling point. There were rumors flying around that Birdman wanted to drop UNLV from the label. He wasn't about to let that happen without a fight.
See, that's why you always have to have a conversation. Man always got to have a conversation with another man, because Yella Boy probably wasn't coming up there to do nothing to you. He probably was just coming up there to give you some insight on what was going on. But instead of you taking it, you ran their head. That's a disgrace. You could have saved yourself all this turmoil that you went through with Baby if you'd have just heard the Yella Boy out. I mean, Yella Boy was killed during a suspected drug deal gone bad at 22 years old. You couldn't take a butt whipping if that was the case, which it probably wasn't. Because who cares? The beef wasn't with you. The beef was a bird. So you put yourself in a bad spot, my boy.
April 5th, 1997, everything came to a head. Yella Boy, only 22 years old, was sitting in his car outside a club called Tymers. Word is, he was there to buy some dope, but something went wrong, terribly wrong. One knew Yella Boy had been shot in the head. He was found dead in his car, just like that. The promising career of one of New Orleans' most talented rappers was cut short in the blink of an eye. After Yella Boy's death, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Everyone was trying to figure out what really went down that night. And you know who ended up at the center of a lot of those rumors?
Birdman.
You guessed it, Birdman. People started speculating that Birdman might have had something to do with Yella Boy's death. They pointed to all the beef between them, the electric pistol whipping incident, shooting at Birdman's truck. It seemed like there was plenty of bad blood to go around. Adding fuel to the fire, Birdman dropped a song in 2002 called What Happened to That Boy? There's a line in it that goes, "What happened to that boy? He was talking ish. We put a clap into that boy." Some people swore this was Birdman basically admitting to his involvement in Yella Boy's death.
Well, there was a rumor that Birdman's song, What Happened to That Boy, was a reference to Yella Boy's birth.
How do you know that? That's not implicating that. This is a song. He didn't state his name directly.
Did you talk to Birdman after all that happened?
Yeah, I talked to Birdman a few times after that happened. A few times. Oh, we didn't talk about any business once we told him that, we wanted off the label. That was before Yella even passed. But, afterwards, we talked about that situation, and he was like, man, ask me more than I can ask him. You know what I'm saying? Seemed puzzled.
But hold up. You can't just go accusing people without proof. Birdman has always denied having anything to do with Yella Boy's death. Now here's another twist in the story. Some people started pointing fingers at Gangsta Williams, Birdman's half-brother. Gangsta Williams was known for being involved in some serious street stuff. which made some folks think he might have had something to do with Yella Boy's death. But Gangsta Williams wasn't having any of it. He denied being involved and even suggested that people should be looking at Yella Boy's own crew for answers. He pointed out that a lot of Yella Boy's old associates were either dead or in jail, making it hard to get to the truth.
Yella Boy gets killed, and you get blamed for it. But you had nothing to do with it.
But the feds cleared me from that because they had to do their investigation. So it happened. Birdman, Slim, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, BG Turk, Eric, all those was out in Lafayette at a concert. It was in a little motel, looked like a little house. Who was there? Tech Nine drove out there to tell us that, but it's sad because people will point the finger and say, I did this, I did that. And I'll be with the president, but because of my reputation, for them knowing me doing stuff, I get blamed for everything.
Of course.
Really nothing to do.
At the end of
Your
day,
reputation precedes you.
It's a mystery. The cops never solved the case. And with all the rumors and speculation flying around, it's hard to know what really went down that night in April 1997. What we do know is that the New Orleans rap scene lost one of its brightest stars way too soon. Boy was only 2 when he
Man, everybody in the hood know what happened.
Who knows what kind of could have made if he'd lived. Boy's gone. His music lives on. Still bumping his tracks, remembering the raw talent and energy Yella Boy brought to every verse. His grave in New Orleans has become a place where fans go to pay their respects and remember the impact he made in his short time on the scene. Yo, this story's got people talking for real. Let's check out what some of y'all are saying in the comments. One fan hit us with some real talk. Sad how this street culture life has took so many souls. Ain't that the truth? It's a harsh reminder of how dangerous things can get when the streets and the music game collide.
Look at them like a pack of wild roaches. When you cut the kitchen lights on in the ghetto, look at them. All trying to eat one kernel of popcorn. Look at them. And people wonder why black people have the negative stigma that they have on them. They start out as kids, and they end up doing this as adults. Only about 10% of them going to make it. The rest of them going to end up being unalive, being arrested.
Another viewer got us thinking about what could have been if every. Just imagine how much talent and success we could have. For real, imagine if all these talented artists were lifting each other up instead of the New Orleans scene could have been even more fire. But check this out. One commenter cut straight to the heart of the matter. Jealousy. A real conversation, but nobody has time for that. God bless his soul. Seems like they think jealousy played a big part in this drama. And they're right. These tough conversations. In the end, Yella Boy's story is a tragic reminder of how real the streets can get, even when you're on the verge of making it big. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers that can come with success in the rap game, especially when you're keeping it as real as Yella Boy did. So there you have it, guys. The story of Yella Boy, his rise to fame, and his tragic fall. It's a wild ride from start to finish, full of talent, beef, and unanswered questions. So, what do you think about all this? Do you believe the rumors about Birdman's involvement, or do you think there's more to the story that we...
Well, do I believe the rumors about Birdman's involvement? Yes, I do. Birdman always seems shiesty. Baby, Beatrice, Brian, you can call him what you feel. Like, he just seemed like he just don't have any rules. He just all about the money. As long as you put the money in his pocket, he doesn't really care about anything else. And Yella Boy was making him a lot of money. UNLV was making him a lot of money. But when they started asking questions, hey man, where the money at, man? The music selling, where the money at? You know, Birdman ain't like that. And that story has been repetitive amongst various artists. That's why you have so many starving artists. Because the guy that they're signed to, who they love, who they allege that loves them, steals all their money. Trust nobody. Fear is stronger than love. Rest in peace, Yella Boy. Birdman, boy, your day coming. You see what's going on with P. Diddy? Oh, your day coming too. We all gonna sit here with a bag of popcorn, eating, watching you go down like an anchor on a cruise ship. I'm gonna make sure I put extra drizzle on my popcorn too. Cause you've been deceiving and conniving people since the 80s. I mean, when is enough enough? You know, I mean, ain't you supposed to teach the next generation teach the next generation, teach the next? Or it's a game to be sold, not to be told shit. It look like you don't even want to sell it. You just want to keep all the money for yourself. That would look like to me. Greed doesn't lead you down the road to success. Greed leads you down the path to destruction. If you don't believe me, just ask P. Diddy. Thanks for watching. Y'all please press like, subscribe, and share. I would really appreciate it, guys, if you did that for me. It at least show me someone's watching. Thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye.